Hi, welcome to Around the Root on the last Tuesday of February. We got a great lineup today, but clearly I am flying solo. Unfortunately, Dominic is sick today, so hopefully I can get it going by myself. But first, I wanted to say thank you to Grizzly Broadband for sponsoring this month's show. It has been amazing working with them and having them be a sponsor. And then I am actually we don't have a lot at the chamber going on, so I'm going to bring up Grace because she does have some stuff. She's part of the Chamber's Ag and Local Foods Committee. Grace, welcome.
Hi, Dawn. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. You've got a couple things here today, and I'm glad to have you helping me out. So tell us a little bit about the Ag and Local Foods Committee.
Yeah, so the Ag and Local Foods Committee was started at the Chamber a couple of years ago, and it's a networking group and an information sharing group for farms, food businesses, and other people interested in local food in the Bitterroot. And so we have a meeting once a month, and this month is going to be a happy hour at Victor Station from 4 to 6. I believe the Chamber is buying the first beer, and it's going to be a really casual event where people can meet and greet different businesses in the Bitterroot that are working in food and ag. And at the end, we're going to have a short presentation by Corvallis FFA. So it's going to be really fun. If people are interested in coming, bring business cards, handouts, any information about your business.
Okay, awesome. I've been to a couple of them. They're a lot of fun. There's a lot of agriculture in the valley, so it's great to kind of have a place to bring them together and not work together. And so how did you end up joining the Ag Committee?
Kirsten Schmidt from the Western Ag Research Center really spearheaded the committee. I believe she's on the chamber board, and she was kind of the brainchild behind this committee. And she approached me when it was first beginning, and at the time I didn't have the capacity to join. But I got involved in an event dinner we did last year, which was a Meet Your Local Farmer dinner, where we had 4 or 5 different farmers speak at this dinner, and people ate all local food. And with helping in that event, I was invited to join the committee, and it just seemed like the right thing to do. So it's a really fun group.
Yes. And now you are you taking it over from Kirsten this year?
We are still kind of figuring out the leadership structure right now. There are 4 vice chairs, and we're all kind of like equal footing in charge. Okay. So including Kirsten. Kirsten is still part of that, which we really appreciate.
Yeah, awesome. All right, and we also have you here to talk about you work at the Ravalli County Economic Development
Authority.
I always say that wrong. Sorry.
Okay. There's a lot of words in that title.
I know, there is. We'll call you Rosita for sure. That's the best way to do it. So you're here to talk about speed dating. So tell us about that.
So I am putting on a farm and ranch insurance speed dating event with my colleague Natalie Sullivan at Missoula Extension. This event is going to be in Missoula at the Missoula Extension in the Ecology Building. It's where the butterfly house is. It's right next to the fairgrounds. And it's not really dating. We thought, in the spirit of it being February, what is a good way to make meeting insurance agents approachable? So this event is basically a bunch of small roundtables with different local ag insurance agents. And people who come can learn about different coverage options and how to cover like farm equipment, agritourism events, outbuildings. It's a good way to make insurance approachable and to meet local agents that can help you with the best coverage for your operation.
Yeah, awesome. What it's February 26th. It looks from 6 to 8 p.m.
Yep.
And the Missoula Extension and Ecology Building, like you said, next to the fairgrounds there.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they needed to get a hold of you for anything, how would they call Resita? Would they call? Do you have a phone number that they can call?
Yep. So they can call me at 406-375. Give me 1 second. Sometimes I mix up my phone number and my organization's phone number. They can call, I was going to get it right, 406-375-9416, or they can email me at grace@rceda.org.
Okay, awesome. And then just one more thing, I'm going to put a QR code up here, and this just goes to your website. You've got a couple things going on, and we'll have you back, of course. But if you wanted to mention anything else, what would you mention that's going on?
We've got an upcoming class on water rights, 310 permitting, and ditch rights. And that is on March 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. at our building in Hamilton. Spots are filling up fast, so if people are interested, I'd highly recommend registering sooner rather than later. And we also have an orchard management class coming up on March 14th in Corvallis. Currently have a waiting list, but there is a possibility that we offer a second class this spring in the Bitterroot. So if people are interested, they can reach out to me at my email or my phone number. Thanks,
Okay.
Dawn.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Grace, for joining us. If you want to check out what they have going on, go up to rewind a little bit, go to that QR code. And thank you. And we're going to bring up our next guest. We are bringing up Barbara Liss from Explore the Arts. And you may have remembered her from December. You came to talk about the poetry contest, and you have the results for the most part, right?
I do. And we were just going to do a first place, not knowing how many entrants we would get. And so we thought we'll just do a first place. Well, we got 55 poems submitted. And when I sent the file off to the judges, they said, one? You want us to select one? And so they couldn't do that. They weren't capable of just selecting one. They did select a first place, a second place, and each one of them selected 3. So we have 2 honorable mentions as well. So I'm thrilled with the results, and it looks really lovely in the gallery. We have 3 artists with original paintings who are also poets. So they have poems with their artwork. We have 10 journals created by Shimmy McKenzie, and Janet Cates did the calligraphy of the poems on it. And then the rest of the poems all have artwork that I created with the poems. So it's a very visual poetry contest. But let me tell you who they are.
Yes, because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just did want to let everybody know I tried to cheat and have Barbara tell me who won before, and she said, no cheating. So I'm very excited. Go ahead, Barbara.
Okay, so runner-ups are an honorable mention. This one's called Mid-Cookie Crisis. I've reached midlife, and the middle of the cookie, which is sweet, oh, so sweet, but impossible to wade through without getting bogged down and dragging the goo on your shoes all the way to the other side. And that's by Jennifer DeGroot.
Oh, awesome.
Fun.
I love it.
Another runner-up, honorable mention, is called The Window. I open the window to get in touch with the outdoors. It's a little too much. Close it again. Okay, that's enough. An old man who just rose, not feeling too tough. Outside is not heated except by the sun in February. Feels like it's done. Closing the windows. All right with me. Inside the house where I'm 83. By
Oh,
Eugene Beckus.
oh, that's cute. I like that.
Second place is called A Minute of Motion. Tick, tick, breath flows. Seconds chase, never slow. Moments slip, shadows grow. Hands circle, soft and low. Sun rises, sun will fall. Whispers answer midnight's call. Heartbeats drum, footsteps pace. Time flows on, no embrace. Memory dances, futures gleam. Life pulses a steady stream. Tick, tick, tick. And that's by A.B. Hughes.
Awesome.
And people wanted to know who A.B. Hughes was. These poems came by email. I said, I don't know. Is it a man or a woman? I don't know. Are they local? I don't know. That's, the ambiguity of email. So anyway, a man and a woman and a young man came in the gallery, and they're reading all the poems and was leaving, opening the door and leaving. And he turned around and said, I'm A.B. Hughes. I said, well, thank you for letting me know. Everybody's wanted to know that. 19 years old, very talented young man, and he is publishing his own book of poetry.
That's awesome.
So, he just lives a couple blocks away. Okay, here it is. First place, Advice from a Raspberry. Notice that when I'm ready for you, claret pop, I will come easily, without persuasion. Your fingertips will sense how I yield to their merest invitation when I'm ready. Before you tug at me, wait. Know that I'm still forming, ripening, and let me go for now. And that's by Chris Love.
I love that.
So,
awesome.
Aren't they delightful? So the contest was 60 words or less, which really worked perfectly for people to really come in and read all of these poems and vote on a people's choice. So we have lots of votes in here. I'm excited, but you can still vote until March 9th and enjoy all of these wonderful poems. So we're thrilled about that. So
if you guys don't know where Explore the Arts are, Explore the Arts are.
We are an R, I guess, because
R is on Main Street. Go ahead, Barbara.
701 Main, on the corner of 7th and Main. So we're, like 3 to 4 blocks past where all of the other businesses are, but we're worth the walk. So we also on Tuesday, so thank you for putting me second in the lineup, because every Tuesday we have nature journaling here. And we do it here half of the year, and the other half of the year we are out and about. So you may see a group of people at fishing accesses, gardens, at the mansion with our little journals. And this is a group called Natural with Brushes. And Valerie Bayer is the host of that. And classes have been given. You probably heard about different classes she's done at Teller and Lee Metcalf and other locations, usually on site when she's giving classes. And I went to one of her classes and was just thrilled with it. And so we started hosting it in the off season, because we like it to be above 50 degrees, because it goes from 10 to 11:30. So if you're out and about for an hour and a half, it's nice to have it above 50 degrees. Yeah. So that's why half the year it's here, and the other half we're out in on locations, enjoying nature and studying it. And it's not just about drawing; it really is about really paying close attention to what we're seeing. And so there's a lot of writing, documenting what we're seeing, documenting the environment, and it's called metadata. And then also doing a sketch of what we're seeing. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to shift down Main Street here. Thanks again. We're going to go to another art exhibit place. So we're going to go to Cassens Art. Presley, welcome. And for some reason, I can't see her. She's frozen. Presley, are you there? Oh, no. Okay, so Presley, let's have you come back out and come back in, and then we will move to Bitterroot Strikers and pull Presley in later when she comes back. Lindsay, welcome. Welcome. You were having, can you hear me now? Can Lindsay hear me?
I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I cannot hear.
Oh, shoot. She was having some issues. So let's have you, I'm going to type to you here in the thing.
I just had sound like 30 seconds ago, and now it's gone.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to have her, I'm going to tell her to just talk about the signups. So I'll just let her go to town.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting. I'm reading the message. I can see it. And I'll just share a little bit. And as soon as you have questions, I'll try and stop and listen just by seeing your message and then share. So yes, I run Bitterroot Strikers Soccer here in Hamilton. It serves kids from all over the valley. We are based in Hamilton, but we do, serve kids from Darby through Florence right now in all of our programs. So we have winter programs running right now. We have 9 travel teams, boy-specific and girl-specific travel teams that are already practicing and preparing for spring. And we're also gearing up to host our recreation program here. It will start in April. Registrations are open right now, and our recreation program is really just for kids all over the valley that are from 3 years old up through 8th grade. And we host a really awesome program for 3 and 4-year-olds where they just get to enter into a sport world in like a fun and creative way that teaches soccer but doesn't put stress on their shoulders. It is actually one of my favorite parts of our program because I love seeing little kids enter into the world of sport, growing in sports, growing in their own mobility and having fun with it, but not being afraid or stressed out by any extra pressure. And that's really our purpose with those youngest players. Then our program starts for the rest of our kiddos at 5 years old and goes up through 8th grade. They practice 1 to 2 times a week depending on their age, and then play games generally on Saturday morning. We have usually 300 kids in that recreation program, and it's been growing every season. We run every fall and spring. And so as you can see on that ticker below, signups are right now. You can always follow along on our Facebook or Instagram. Our website has all the information as well. And we're always looking for volunteer coaches too. We have hundreds of kids with our travel program too. We have over 400 kids in the program. This spring is what we're expecting. So the more coaches we have, the better. We always set our coaches up with a practice session lesson so that they can grow with us. We're all on the same page doing a similar thing. So if you're interested in coaching soccer, get a hold of us because we would love to develop coaches and just create an awesome community environment, not just for the kids, but also for adults too. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm not sure if she can hear me, but thanks for joining us. For those of you who want to, there's a QR code above her head. You can scan it and go to their website. And thank you again, Lindsay, for showing up here today. And we're going to try to circle back to Presley. Presley, are you there? Yay! But you're muted.
There we go. That's better.
Awesome.
Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened.
I don't know. We're having a couple of technical difficulties today, but I think we're working through it, and it's great because it's live and unfiltered. So
Yeah, that's the fun part, right?
yeah, absolutely. So on with the art topic, you guys are tell us about you guys and what you do on Main Street because you're there too.
Yeah, so I represent Cassens Fine Art. We're over at 215 West Main Street, so right down center. We're actually hosting an artist exhibition this Friday. So from 5 to 7, the show is After the Herd. It's by the artist Doug Taplin, and he is just a Canadian artist that's driving all the way down here to get us new paintings for the show, and they all center around bison and elk, but it's really more about the long connection that humans and animals have to the land around and alike. So it's going to be from 5 to 7. We have a charcuterie board from Seppi's, and we have wine from Jesse's, and Doug will be here himself, and it's just a great way to celebrate art and the animals around us.
Yeah, awesome. I grew up with just elk and bison pictures, just my dad worked for the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, so that's the only art we had in ours. So I'm really excited about this. Yeah,
they're gonna be big ones. Like we have the smallest are gonna be like 24 by 24, and then they get up to 24 by like 50. So they're gonna be really cool to see in person.
Now, are they all originals or are they prints?
They're all originals. So first time ever seen. It's going to be completely new for this show specifically.
Awesome. And we do have a QR code for you up there. This is goes to your website where they can kind of see about that exhibit. And you guys are host events all year long.
Yes.
Do you have anything else planned that you'd like to just throw out there and then maybe come back on the show?
Yeah, absolutely. I know we are hosting the Oil Painters of America. Oh, that's not till August, but it's a very exciting and honorable choice for us to be hosts. They get to pick from all over the country, and we got to host American Impressionist Society last year. So we are thankfully got in with the Oil Painters of America. So that's going to be really exciting when we're taking down the whole gallery, and it'll be more details as soon as we get closer.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And I hope your event goes really well. So if you guys are interested, scan that QR code up there, find out more information about it. But come on February 27th from 5 to 7 p.m. to Cassens Fine Art on Main Street. And thank you again, Presley, for joining us. And now we are going to move to the Daly Mansion. Courtney, welcome. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning, Dawn.
Awesome. Well, what do you have going on? You always have so much going on at the mansion. What is going on now?
There's always something going on at the mansion. What's happening coming up starting next Saturday and all through March is one of my favorite things that we put on. It's not an event. It's actually a free spring speaker series. We invite historical speakers to come and do presentations every Saturday morning in March at 10 a.m. And we have a really great lineup. The first speaker on March 7th is Channing Hartelius, traveling from Great Falls, Montana. And yes, that is my father. He will be speaking about George Washington. The title of his presentation is Forging Freedom, George Washington's Influence on the Declaration of Independence. Then on the 14th, we have Sophia Etier returning. She is a young historian from Missoula who focuses on really interesting Montana history topics. This year, she'll be talking about the history of Chinese restaurants and modified food pathways in Western Montana. And then on the third weekend in March, Brenda Waller, who is an author from Helena, she will be talking about James and Molly Gerard. Molly was the second daughter of the Dalys, and she's going to be talking about their lives before their marriage, also focusing on James Gerard's career as a lawyer. and a representative for Germany. And then on Saturday, March 28th, our head archive volunteer, Mo Lishka, will be giving a presentation about the Daly's staff and servants. I am really excited about all of them. I'm excited about this one because she's going to be talking about these people that had a big impact on the history here at the house that don't really get highlighted as often. She'll be talking about their chauffeur, their accountant, their head maid. And so I think that one will be really interesting as well. And then we do have a bonus speaker on April 25th. She's another Montana author. Her name is Catherine Moser. She will be presenting about her book, When Montana Outraced the East, Western Thoroughbreds from 1886 to 1900. So we cover a good gamut of history. Some are Daly focused, some are Hamilton focused, and then also the history of George Washington celebrating the 250th year of the United States.
I am just so excited about this series. I'm bummed I won't be able to make it to your dad's, but I'm excited about that one. I'm wondering if you're going to record any of them or not.
Yes, we will record them, and we will try to post them more promptly this year. Maybe I'll ask you to give me a little bit of a tutorial on
StreamYard.
Yeah.
All of those fascinate me. I think you and I've had this conversation about. I'm not a historian or anything like that, but I'm just fascinated by history. I used to live in Yorktown, so we would go biking on the George Washington's battlefield, like where his camp was, and so I'm super excited about this, and I can't wait to see your dad's presentation later because I'll be on vacation next week. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to remind people that these are free to attend.
Cool.
And we'll have some coffee, and our volunteers make really great pastries. So there will be some breakfast pastries, coffee, and we'll be hosting all of the speakers in our living room. And I haven't posted the link yet, but I'm going to do that today. If you are interested in attending, there will be a link or my email address. You can register to attend through either the link or by emailing me. It's not required, but we do like to know how many people we can look forward to seeing. And so we can get those speakers really excited and show them that there's a lot of local support for them as well.
Yes, awesome. I'm very excited about this. Thank you so much for joining us, Courtney. I'm sure we'll see you again with your many events. And so I think that's it for today. Again, we have so much going on. If you have an event, you do not have to be a chamber member. If you have an event at all in the Bitterroot, you can sign up. Let's see, you can sign up on that QR code. So pause right now, scan that QR code and register to be on the show. We would love to highlight events that are happening all around the Bitterroot. And next week, I will not be here, like I mentioned. I might pop in on a pre-recorded video for something that's happening live at that moment. So we can't get people here. Maybe if I can round them up. But otherwise, you will have Andrew from Grizzly Broadband, and Dominic hopefully will be back next week. And until then, thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you later.